Elemental Shaman is actually a pretty strong deck right now, and it's also super straightforward and very newbie friendly, so you definitely might want to pick this super fundamental Hearthstone deck up if you want to be climbing easy ranks. In this video I'm gonna give you a quick guide about the deck, show its mulligans, win rates, as well as some general tips so you know how to play with and also what to expect against this deck. So if you're serious about Hearthstone, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget you can hire for some Hearthstone coaching. And you can also support me on Patreon if you wish. Now, let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the variant I used, and it's really super easy to play. Like, one of the... maybe it's even the easiest deck I've played ever, period? Question mark? Probably not. But, yeah, it's really super obvious what you want to be doing with this. You basically want to be playing at least one elemental each turn, and you curve out very well with it. Like, you have 6 1-drops, so any would do. Obviously, Flame, Firefly would be your best keep. But if you don't have any 1-drops, even Glacial Shard might be a keep, even if it doesn't really do much. In the particular matchup, it's still just gonna be opening up the chain for you. We also have Shockhopper giving you some overload cards. Flame Revenant is pretty nice, especially on tempo, followed up by a bunch of small elementals, giving yourself that +2, +3. If you've played 3 elementals, would be pretty nice. Menacing Nimbus gives you extra elementals. Rolling Stone, pretty nice, just don't forget you want to have a 1-drop played last for this guy to get its +1 on. Shell Spider gives you some nice card draw. The only spell we have in here is the Trusty Companion, and that helps you curve out with more elementals, but you're going to be playing this on turn 3 at the least, if you have a 1-drop to combo off with, because the chain elemental is pretty important. Lamplighter is in here. You could use it for burn damage for the opponent's phase, but you could also use it as a control tool, so don't always try to kill your opponent with this thing. Meltamental is pretty decent because it basically protects just small idiots like that. We do have 2 copies of it. It kind of felt awkward in some cases, but it's still pretty strong, very well statted elemental, so I wouldn't really consider removing it, I guess. Minecart Cruiser is pretty good as well. Basically a free mana 4-drop right there, because you always do want to be playing elementals. Living Prairie is also insanely good. Just don't get baited into the free freeze thinking they're elementals. They're not. They're actually just beasts. They're cows after all. Magatha is pretty cool in here because it gives you a lot of extra gas. Sometimes you do run out of it. And like I said, the only spells you run are the Trusty Companions, so there's that. Also, you could draw the Insidious. This guy's eruptions like that, and you're not going to be giving it to the opponent because they're cast when drawn. You're going to just draw a different card after they've got cast and drawn. But again, don't forget you want to be leaving yourself some extra 1-2 mana so you can actually keep the elemental chain going. Insidious is definitely pretty decent. Like, on the turn you play this guy, it's already dealing 2 damage because the end of turn happens. So it's pretty strong like that. It's also pretty hard to remove for the opponent. You're gonna have to spend a lot of stuff to actually get 10 health out of the board. So that definitely slows them down, and it helps you top deck some extra stuff. Calamos you usually use for the 6 damage, but in some cases, honestly, filling your board with a bunch of 1/1 idiots is also not bad. Dealing 3 damage ain't too bad, and also sometimes you just heal for 12. Scar is pretty big boy damage as well, and these Azurite Giants usually drop on turn 4, more like turn 5. Turn 4 if you're with the coins, so turn 5, 8, definitely not bad, and they can drop even down to 0 later on if you get them, so you could be able to make a very nasty board very quickly like that. Like I said, the deck is very simple. You just puke out a bunch of extra stats each turn. Like, all of your elementals are not typical statted minions for the mana, so as long as the elemental chain goes, you are going to be getting extra bang for your buck. And yeah, basically you win around turn 7, turn 8, turn 9 sometimes, depending if you're going to need the Scar or not. You just overwhelm the opponent with all sorts of stats, all sorts of effects, and they eventually stop kicking. Matchup-wise, here's what the stats show. Pallies are not going to be your friend. And same goes for Control the Warriors, but everything else looks pretty solid. As for the mulligan, here's what it looks like going first. Just try to curve out, basically, keeping 1, 2, 3 drops. Try not to be keeping anything more expensive than that, basically. Trusty Companion, I wouldn't really say it's a great keep unless you already have a Firefly. Like, turn 1 Firefly, turn 2 question mark, turn 3 the second Firefly with a Trusty Companion. I'd say that's okay, but I would only keep this if I already have another good 2-drop to play on turn 2, like Nimbus, like Shale Spider, something along those lines, you know? Yeah, basically try to be curving out as well as you can. Minecart Cruiser also ain't bad, but that's about it when going first. As for when going second, I'd say, yeah, Living Prairie definitely felt a lot stronger, like turn 4. 11-10, no overload, and 6-6 Caving Rush out of it is pretty insane. Still try to curve out pretty well. Flame Revenant is pretty cool. Firefly is still hot. Minecart is fine. You can also consider Scar here, I guess. Turn 6 deals 6 damage AoE to everything. Could be pretty powerful. Melt the Mental could be pretty decent protecting your idiots. Shale Spider still decent. Glacial Shard is even better of a 1-drop here. And I would also consider keeping Shockhopper if I already don't have one of the other good 1-drops, so keep that in mind. Like, it's really important to just start curving out. All around, that's it for the deck. It's cheap as hell. I mean, not cheap as hell, I guess. Like, you still have, like, 3 legendaries in here, and they're all kind of niche, except for Magata, I guess. So, not so cheap, but definitely very strong and very simple fundamental Hearthstone deck to be jamming with. So if you want to be climbing easy ranks, definitely give it a go. Hope you enjoyed the guide. Now let's check out some of my games in Top Legend with it. Okay.
I fight for the glory of the Horde.
Let's face it, last game we had quite the questionable hand, like we didn't even have a good turn 1. Turn 2 was kind of crappy. So we could have curved out far better than we did. I'd rather guarantee we have a turn 1 here. Okay. We'll get some of that card draw, shall we? Get a little lighty, boys. Lighthearted. Oh shit, it's the automation. Well, poop. Amalgam. What is that even? Let's try and get the coin this man's out. That'd be hot. Let's get this out of the way. Zarimi. I guess it makes sense with Amalgam in there. I guess he uses it for the dragon. That does count towards the thing, so... This could have been worse, I guess. Could have been a whole lot worse. Ora, Sounds cool, man. See how that go. Check what's behind door number 2. I don't have any spells on the... I mean, just a couple of spells, so it's kind of lame. I guess this is the only one that actually makes some sense. I'll just slap him in the mouth area though. Like, we could actually OTK him around a couple of turns from now. Let's turn this thing deals 7. Turn after it's gonna be an 8. Would be a good idea for me to hold on to Shockhopper for that occasion so that we can actually play a 1-drop. Damage to all minions, you say? Let's do that then. Alternatively, I could do these two. Kind of like these two a little bit better. Could also just do this thing. But too much wishful thinking. This does quite a lot though. This does a little bit better, I feel. That's a death rattle though, what am I talking about? He doesn't heal, he's dead. You have 16 from hand. Good job. Come on, man, give me that 420, yo.
A world cleansed of evil.
It should probably override it, 05. Silence should probably override it. I actually can't play one drop here, but luckily I have exacties. It's actually one on, because this thing. Thanks, man. I was going for brilliant. I was leaning towards genius, but brilliant also is gonna do.
I fight for the glory of the horde.
A spider! I'm just gonna hold on to the spider, hope for a one drop. Yeah. Come on, one drops, where are you at? Have 6 of them. So about 21 chance now. There you go.
Ice meet
I'm pretty sure you can make some sick beats with this board if you use a mouse clicker of some sort. Let's get this thing in.
Shaking us stud.
Pretty sure he's gonna have the free drop there now, isn't he? Copy that thing.
The calm before the storm.
Let's try and play this for free. The number.
I should have taken a vacation ages ago.
Sure. That's real shitty. That's real shitty, man. Could have traded the 3-6, I guess, but not showing it, huh? Interesting, interesting. That can work. Hope he doesn't copy the 3-3. Would be a damn shame. Yeah, pretty much. Why is it not chilling Kazakas, by the way? Like, it's really not this guy, but yeah, the other thing is actually not a legendary, so that makes some sense. This man, this man. Maybe it was important killing this thing, though. Maybe I should have just played this guy to kill it like that.
I need to find a new
Shit. Banner could survive, though. Could that deck lethal? We have 4 cards that give me lethal right now, and this is one of them. Exacties. Oh, that was fun. Actually, this was the only 2 cards that were giving me lethal. Just a couple of Lamplighters, because the other things I wouldn't have been able to play at 1-drop first. And also Calamos was only 6 damage, so him overhealing twice.
This ends now.
Not the worst curve.
Glory abhorred.
Not the worst curve at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that. That's cool on that. I'd prefer if we tile deck another 1-drop though. Didn't.
I shall meet you.
Still, freezing his mouth, not the worst thing in the world. See? Worth. Maybe I should have gone for the card draw. For some reason I thought I can kill that thing. That was actually kind of silly. Rush is kind of important in this one. Come on, man. Stream loading slow for you?
Good hit. My turn.
Looking hot. Next turn this thing, next turn that thing. Should be quite overwhelming. That's a turn 4 11-10 into a turn 5 11-10. Can't say no to those. How does this card not have Overload, by the way? Like, what is that even? Yeah. Facts. How dare you somewhat handle this? How dare you? How dare you, champ? Jesus, he gets to summon a couple of more too? Fucking hell, fucking hell. You're not killing a minion with that thing?
Time grows short.
Sure. Bit funky of a trade, but still. I'll fucking do it again. Looking healthy. That's actually pretty good for him. Discovering. I could tempo a bunch of this thing, or I could play a Firefly into Magatha. I mean, Magatha into potential Glacial Shard would be better. Okay, we got this thing going. Well, I mean, this was basically what I would have been looking for anyway, so guess I can just go like that. I could just Kalimos for 3 damage AoE this turn. So I can get 8 damage next turn. Should be, but not necessarily. He does have quite a lot of bang, and he is gonna have another 3 damagers. I'll just go with this still.
Everything will be swept away.
Come on, Snow, be an adult about it.
I yield
Throw that out.
now.
430. Blaze it out. What? Blaze it what? Let the better elemental dumbass win.
Watch your back.
I fight for the glory of the Horde.
We're going first. Surely I'd curve into this. So much stats, man. I feel like holding on to it. Glacial is not the best of things, but still better than no one drop. There's my free drop.
I submit.
Countered.
The calm before the storm.
Okay. Something. It's a pretty pleasant deck, not gonna lie. Pure and simple. As all things should be. Come on. I mean, we don't have a 4-drop elemental in the deck at all. Right. Guess I'll be curving out anyway. I mean, that is a very particular question to be asking, Denji. What exactly do you mean? I'd still kill for a small one. Like, if you kill a Death Rattle minion that has been silenced, it would not trigger the Death Rattle, if that's what you're asking. If you silence Ziliax, he is gonna resummon an OG Ziliax, so, no. I'll play the frog. No problem, man. Thank for the follow, mister. Hey, mister. Well, returning to hand does not kill the minion, so he won't be able to revive, if that's what you're asking. This could be hot. We'll kill that. Fascinating. In this economy. Okay, 3 lethal top decks even on empty board. See how that go.
Now this is treasure.
Forcing them into each other. It's not unlikely for him to kill everything. Probably is killing everything. Let's see what Yogg does though. God damn it. That was dumb as hell. Oh my goodness. Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy boy. Well, we're looking for the goddamn lethal outs. Problem is, next turn he can steal whatever the fuck I play, but that's a problem for another game. That is a problem for another game, chat. Okay. Under 400. Let's frickin' go. Imagine climbing crazily good, playing all sorts of different decks for the first time. Not saying these are exactly Einstein material, but you get it, you get it. It's still kinda new. Mangy Mage.
My sorcery will prevail.
I fight for the glory of the Horde.
Okay, that's not a bad curve. Do this then.
Ready to check in?
Keep that curve going. Is he supposed to do that?
Nice to meet you.
Let's try and coin out this thing. Turn after maybe a Magatha. That ain't bad though. I'd assume this would be a pretty good bot deck, not gonna lie. The deck plays itself, basically. I'll actually swap him in the face. Maybe I should trade it. I don't know. Probably has a way to kill this anyway. Don't matter much. Let's try and go for 8 damage AoE. Interesting. Thing live, yeah. Let's either counter spell or the other thing. 8 armor. I'll just go with 7 damage then. How's it going, Lord? Doing good, man. Doing good. Number 1. Cool. Fuck that guy in particular. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's good. 340, yeah. It's been a while since we've been in the big boyish ranks. Imagine being top 300 with an Elemental Shaman of all people. You don't ramp warrior? Yeah, it does look kind of fun. But not for the opponent in most cases. Not in most cases, at least. Against the fellow Shamanian. Lost against the last one, and let's right that wrong.
Thrall versus Lady Vash.
Victory to Queen
Oh,
Ajara.
I like that.
Fight for the
I like it
glory
all.
of the whole
Let's do that then. Let's do it. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one indeed. That's a goodie. Looks like a mirror. I don't think I need to rush it much. That ain't bear. Druid is still pretty strong. It is pretty strong still. So I'll do like this then. I think I'll actually tempo this thing out so next turn this thing is hot as hell. Let's make some room a little. If this thing lives, this would be 4/4, so... Wait, those are cows, not elementals. That's dumb. That's dumb. And that's even dumber now. Rack. Guess attacking wasn't so bright now, was it? Shit. Guess making this slightly bigger. This ain't looking too hot.
everything is a melting pot.
That helps big time. I was hoping we'd see such a thing. Nothing really to discuss, it has to happen. Problem is, this thing is gonna make him into 3 damage now. Yeah. Nah, really can't handle that now, can we? Got us there. What you gonna do? Okay, what else should we be clapping with today? Deck definitely felt strong as hell. Real solid stuff. Yeah, Shaman is in a good spot right now. Like, The first shaman we played, now this shaman. Real good archetypes over there.